Hey, so you want to be a millionaire, you want to be rich. Well, let me tell you, you might think of being rich and wealthy as private jets, Ferraris, big fat mansions, all of that stuff, right? Well, I can tell you that when I look at the most ballin' of my friends, the wealthiest friends of mine, you know, the ones that are really at the top financially, they're the least flashy. They don't have the Ferrari. They have toys like that, but that's not how they show up. Their daily drivers are like, lower level Lexuses and Ford F-150s. I think that's the truck that the average millionaire drives. So when you think of wealthy and you think of rich, there's an absolute pandemic of these course gurus selling you a lifestyle of this rich lifestyle of all the trips and the dates and the Ferraris and the houses. That's not what real rich people do. That's not how they live. Don't get me wrong, they have nice stuff. And some people really have a passion for that stuff, but people are selling you a lifestyle that even if you get it, it's unfulfilling. You may go get the Rolls Royce. You may go get the mansion. You may go get the Ferrari and the private jets. And I can tell you, one of the loneliest days of my life was spent on a private jet by myself, nobody else, just me, okay? So I'm telling you that what money does is it just expands who you are. If you're an asshole, if you're miserable, if you're sad, you will be 10 times that when you get money. And the same thing if you're grateful, And luckily, for the most part, I've always been grateful, even when I've been super, super broke. I've been able to find happiness in those situations, which really helps when you make money. But at the end of the day, you think that you want to be rich, but you don't. You want to be in a position to control your schedule and not be tied down. So recently, my dad got super sick and almost died in the hospital. I was able to get up and leave and get up to where they live, which is about 12 hours away. And I had no thought. There was no question. I didn't have to ask anybody for permission to leave. I put myself in a position financially and with my schedule that I could just dip. That right there is the most important thing in the world, is to be there for your family and to be able to have the flexibility of your own schedule at will. Luckily, my dad did not die. My dad was super sick. He got better. Things are good. But if he did, and I couldn't make it there because I had some job or I didn't have control over my schedule, or I didn't have the means to make it up there, like I couldn't spend money on gas or a flight or whatever, I cannot imagine the level of regret that I would live for the rest of my life because I had put myself in a position where I couldn't be there. Luckily, that's not the case. But I can tell you, the longer that you focus on Ferraris and mansions and stuff as your target goal, the further away you get from what you really want. So I want you to think of that. Drop a comment, let me know. Maybe I'm wrong, right? I'm always open to other opinions, but I don't think you want what you think you want. And I get it because I was there. I've been there. And now that I have money, I realize that there are so many more important things than the material world. It's so important to focus on the things that actually matter. And every day that you spend looking at the things that you think are going to make you happy instead of really pushing yourself to be the best you can be is a day wasted in my mind. So you don't want to get rich with the Ferraris and stuff. You just want control over your schedule. And one more thing to add, you don't have to start a business to get really wealthy. You can do that over time by just following the playbook. I'm not the biggest fan of Dave Ramsey, but he has some really good points on how to throw your money into the S&P 500 and little investments accounts and insurance and things like that. That even if you have a job, over time, you can become a millionaire by just being an average Joe, regular income. Make the right moves. Starting a business is not for everybody. Entrepreneurship is not as sexy as you think. It's a nightmare for the average person because, most people are better off being a number 25 at a company than being a number 1 at a company that you run, but you're not making any money, right? So just remember that a lot of people are selling you bullshit. They're selling you on this entrepreneurial life, which for the people it's meant for, good. But it's not for everybody, and it shouldn't be. And it shouldn't be glorified like it is. And I feel bad if I ever pushed towards that, So anyways, hope this helped, guys. Drop a comment. Let me know your thoughts. Like, subscribe to the channel. We're trying to get to 3,000, so getting there. But anyways, if you guys have any questions, drop them in the comments below. Again, my name's Kevin Pheley. Peace.